So over the weekend, Bernie and Amazon got into it. Bernie was talking about, how Amazon doesn't pay its workers, obviously is fighting against, using every single union busting tactic in the books to fight against workers seeking to unionize, which would, help them to actually get treated in a fair way, in an equitable way, have higher wages, actually get treated with respect and dignity within Amazon fulfillment centers, within Amazon warehouses, where they don't have to defecate in bags, as was revealed by Ken Klippenstein. They don't have to pee in bottles just to make quotas. They don't have to, pass out from it being too hot in these facilities. All these things. This is what they're fighting for with the union drive in Bessemer, Alabama. And of course, Amazon's doing its best to squash that and ensure that they don't get those higher wages, and that Jeff Bezos can, keep working his way towards having $1 trillion while his workers starve. So Bernie came after Amazon for that, and Amazon came back at them, came back at Bernie saying just a bunch of bullshit, how, he hasn't got $15 minimum wage in his own state, et cetera, as if he's not a senator and has nothing to do with the state legislature there. And then it was revealed that Jeff Bezos was actually upset and angry at Bernie Sanders and gave the go-ahead for, these Amazon Twitter accounts to start tweeting out this stuff and just get embarrassed completely online. So then we have the idiots on Fox Business. You're going to see Stuart Varney here in a second. Shout out Case Study QB for this clip. You're going to see what his advice to Jeff Bezos is in order to fight back against, those lowly people like Bernie Sanders fighting for the peasants, fighting to get the peasants, I don't know, somewhat close to a living wage and have actual humane working conditions. Let's see what Stuart Varney advises Jeff Bezos to do in this situation.
I just think that maybe Mr. Bezos should do something about the Washington Post, which he owns lock, stock, and barrel, which vigorously supports.
However, as you know, that is separate from Amazon. That is a private investment by Jeff Bezos.
She's like, whoa. You're saying the quiet part out loud. We're not supposed to say the quiet part out loud, Stuart. That's separate. Jeff Bezos, of course, he owns the Washington Post. He's the one that pays the checks. He's the owner of the people that work there, but it's a separate private investment that he's not super involved in. We just want to make that clear to our audience. The Washington Post is not completely corrupted because Jeff Bezos owns it. The richest man in the world owning the paper of note in the United States. That's not corruption. We want to make sure everyone knows that. We're not for that corruption.
But he's got control of the Washington Post. If he doesn't like Bernie and Elizabeth Warren, make a change in your editorial policy at the Washington Post, for heaven's sake.
So you're saying use the Washington Post to go after Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren if you want more pointed.
Why not? Why is the Washington...
She's like, oh, so you're saying the exact thing that I was just saying before is not the case. You're saying to do that, and now I'm saying that you are okay saying that because I don't really know my asshole from a hole in the ground, and even though it's corruption, I don't really care. This check from Fox is really nice. All right, let's continue.
Post, the most outrageous leftist organization in America, with a few other exceptions.
The most outrageous leftist organization in America, the Washington Post, who in 2016 ran 16 negative stories about Bernie Sanders in one day. 16 negative stories about Bernie Sanders in one day. And these idiots on Fox News think that the Washington Post is a left publication. You might as well just, in the eyes of conservatives and in the eyes of a lot of corporate Democrats too, being left and being progressive is literally now synonymous with just being a corporate Democrat. They say Joe Biden is this crazy lefty, even though he's literally a conservative. His policies are conservative policies. And these idiots go on TV and talk to their base that just eats all this stuff up. Like if you're actually watching Fox Business at this point, that's scary. And they go on there and say that, the Washington Post is some leftist organization, even though all they do is shit on leftists left and right, up and down all day, every single day. It's just so comical. It's just so comical.
And it's owned by Bezos, who's with Bernie Sanders having a go at him.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Take the gloves off.
Utilize all levers.
Get on with
it.
Wait a minute. I got to just...
Corruption's okay. I see your point. That makes sense. That kind of makes sense. use the paper of note to, that you own, which already right there should not be allowed in a society. But use that paper and the people that you pay in that paper to attack your political enemies if you don't like them. Come on, it's America. You can do what you want. So yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that clip because I don't cover conservative news that much usually because it's just so funny and laughable, comical. Like it doesn't even. I mean, they don't have any solutions, and their solutions pretty much have put us in this situation we're in today. Along with the Democrats who pretty much have conservative right-wing solutions as well. So they don't have a leg to stand on. Everything that Stuart Varney and these people on Fox Business have been telling you for the past 30 or 40 years has just completely collapsed our economy and created the largest wealth inequality since the Gilded Age. Since the robber barons and the Rockefellers, which essentially is what Jeff Bezos is, a modern day Rockefeller, modern day Carnegie, all these people that just had these huge monopolies. And yeah, that's the type of wealth inequality we have today. So great job, Fox Business.